Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by deep woods, lived a poor boy named Zayan. He lived with his grandmother in a tiny cottage, and though they were poor in money, they were rich in love and honesty. Zayan was known in the village for his kindness. He would help the old carry water, guide lost travelers, and feed stray animals. But he was also very curious, especially about the stories his grandmother told him at bedtime. One story fascinated him the most: the legend of Lao, the mirror in the forest. It was said that deep in the heart of the forest, hidden behind thick trees and wild thorns, lay a magical mirror. This mirror didn't show your face, it showed your heart. If your heart was pure, the mirror would shine bright. But if your heart was full of lies, jealousy, or greed, it would turn dark and cold. Many people had gone in search of the mirror, hoping to see their true selves, or to prove their goodness, but none had ever returned with proof that they found it. One morning, Zayan woke up with a firm decision. "Grandma," he said, "I want to find the mirror. I want to know if my heart is really good." His grandmother looked at him with gentle eyes. "Zion," she whispered, "the mirror is not found by walking miles, but by walking rightly." But Zion had already packed a small bag of food and water. He kissed her hand and promised to return before sunset. He entered the forest, walking past trees that whispered secrets to the wind. Birds sang above him, and animals watched him with curious eyes. After hours of walking, he reached a stream where an old man was sitting, trying to drink water with his shaking hands. Zayan ran to help him. He cupped the water and brought it to the man's lips again and again until he was no longer thirsty. The old man smiled and said, "Thank you, son. Not many stop to help. Here, take this." And he handed Zayan a small stone shaped like a heart. Zayan thanked him and moved on, not thinking much of the stone. Further in, he saw a girl crying near a bush of thorns. Her kitten had climbed up a tree and couldn't get down. Without hesitation, Zayan climbed the tree and carefully brought the kitten down. The girl smiled and gave him a flower as a gift. He placed the flower next to the heart-shaped stone and continued his journey. Finally, as the sun began to lower, he saw something shining behind a thick wall of vines. He rushed over, pushing past the leaves, and there it was. The mirror in the forest. It was tall, standing between two ancient trees. Its frame was made of silver vines and golden leaves. Zayan stood in front of it and took a deep breath. At first, he saw nothing. Then slowly, the mirror began to glow. Soft golden light filled its surface, and in it, Zayan saw not his face, but all the good things he had done: helping the old man, saving the kitten, even hugging his grandmother before he left. His heart shone like the morning sun. Tears filled his eyes, not of pride, but of peace. He didn't need to prove anything to anyone anymore. He knew who he was. Suddenly, the mirror whispered, "Go back, young heart, and never forget, what you do matters more than what you say." Zayan turned back, running home through the trees, the flower and the stone still in his pocket. When he reached the village, he hugged his grandmother tightly and told her everything. She smiled, kissed his forehead, and said, "My child, you didn't find the mirror because you searched for it. You found it because your heart led you there." Moral of the story: true goodness is not something you can fake or claim. It shines through your actions even when no one is watching. The purest hearts are those that serve others without expecting a reward.